There are moments in life when the weight of the world feels unbearable. Moments when the silence is deafening and the questions in our hearts seem to have no answers. It's as though the heaviness inside of us becomes too much to bear, and the world around us, despite its noise, feels distant and cold. In those moments, when we are enveloped in the darkness of our own struggles, it can seem as if we are utterly alone. The burdens we carry are invisible to others, yet they weigh so heavily on our spirits. We may have prayed, cried, and reached out, but in those silent moments, we feel unheard. We feel forgotten. It was in one of those moments that I truly discovered the power of a song. A song I had sung countless times, but never really understood. It wasn't just any song. It was a hymn, simple yet profound, that had been woven into my life since childhood. I had sung the words many times, almost on autopilot. But that day, in the midst of my despair, I heard them for the first time in a way that transformed everything. The hymn that played was, "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." I had heard those words 1,000 times before, but that day, they became more than lyrics. They became a lifeline. The tears came freely, not just from pain, but from the overwhelming realization that I was never alone. That Jesus, my Savior, was also my friend. The truth was overwhelming. It was so simple, yet so profound. In the depths of despair, I had been seeking someone to share my burden. I had been searching for meaning, for understanding, for hope. Little did I know that all of it had been standing right before me in the words of this timeless hymn. I thought about how often we seek solutions in places where peace can never truly be found. We chase after achievements, possessions, recognition, all in the hope of filling that void within us. Yet none of it ever seems enough. That day, I realized that my Savior wasn't just a distant figure on a pedestal. He was someone who walked beside me, sharing my pain, offering comfort, and giving me the strength to keep moving forward. How often do we forget that we have a friend who never leaves, never tires, and never turns away? A friend who doesn't just stand by, but invites us to bring all that we carry, our burdens, our sorrows, our fears, and lay them at His feet. In the stillness of that moment, I felt a deep peace, a peace that transcended my circumstances. It wasn't that my problems suddenly disappeared, but rather that I now had the courage to face them head on, knowing I was not alone. With Jesus by my side, my heart felt lighter, my spirit stronger. We may think that our struggles are too much for anyone to bear, but Jesus, in His love and grace, is always ready to listen, to carry, and to comfort. That day, I understood the depth of those simple words, "What a friend we have in Jesus." The hymn became a conversation between my heart and His. I no longer saw my prayers as mere petitions, but as intimate dialogues, moments of connection with the one who knows me completely. I spent the rest of the day reflecting on the power of friendship. True friendship is not about having someone who will always agree with you, but about someone who will stand by you, especially in the hardest moments of life. Jesus is that friend, and He calls us to do the same, to be present for others, to carry their burdens, and to offer them the love and peace that we ourselves have found. My worries became whispers, shared in the presence of one who cares deeply for me. And my doubts, they were met with an unshakable peace that settled in my soul, beyond words, beyond understanding. And perhaps today, you find yourself in a place that feels overwhelming. Maybe your heart is weary, your spirit exhausted. You may feel like you're facing this battle alone. But I want to remind you, you are never alone. Listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Listen to the words of this song and let them wash over you. Let it be more than just a melody. Let it be a message that reminds you that Jesus is not just a Savior, He is your friend. And He is here, right now, with you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. There is no burden too heavy, No grief too deep, no doubt too overwhelming that he will not meet you in it. His arms are open wide, and his love is unshakable. Take a moment, breathe, rest in the assurance that you are not forgotten. You are not alone. And Jesus, your friend, is always by your side. The journey of life may be long, and it may sometimes feel like an uphill battle. But with Jesus walking beside us, we can face anything that comes our way. Each step becomes a reminder of his constant presence, his unwavering love, and his friendship that never falters. And so, my dear friend, as you walk through your own struggles, remember this: you are never truly alone. The Savior of the world, the one who holds the universe in his hands, is also your friend, ready to listen, to comfort, and to guide you through each storm. Take heart. Your journey, no matter how difficult, is never one that you must face alone.